Here's how things generally go. Every single client begins the season with you of the awaiting client status. Now, as we all know, when a client first comes to see you, they don't generally bring you everything you need from them. So your first status switch will probably be on hold, missing information. When you do that, you can click the client's name to go right to their file and then maybe add in a communication that says what you're still missing here. When the client finally brings you everything you'll need, I'll change them to in progress, and I will click off that I've received all their docs, and that date right beside it will be recorded. I can then use the in-house due date to specify when I want these files to be completed by. So you may have a turnaround time of 2 weeks or 3 weeks or whatever the case may be. From the date you said you received everything, the days in progress will begin counting the amount of days that those files have been in your office until you physically change the status of the client to completed, at which point that completion date will be recorded in the completed column. So you will always be able to see when did it first come in, when did you want it finished by, how many days did it actually take you, and what was the completion date, and finally who was overall responsible for this particular client. Now, one final thing that's nice about this days in progress column is not only does it show you the number of days, but it will also have an average at the bottom of the column. So at the end of your season, if your average tells you that you had an average of 15 days, you had a fantastic season. Everything went well. No hiccups happened. There wasn't, an abundance of clients where we couldn't keep up with them. So everything just had a great time. Now, it also might say that you have an average of 25 days. You may have had 1 or 2 clients that just ruined the overall average for everybody. Or it might be that you had a large amount of new clients without the proper staff to keep up with the new amount or volume that's come in. So that could give you some proper insight as to what you might want to do to adjust for next season. Now, as I said, personal clients do get separated for each different year. So one final thing about that is in this list view, you will be able to look at any previous year that you've done in the program by using this drop-down in the upper right just above the list. So if I were to change back to 2012, if I had that listing, and run a search for all awaiting clients, then it would tell me within seconds, for 2012, here are the 23 clients or so that did not come to see me for that last year. So I can then take that list, give it to one of my users, and then have them start calling those clients to see not only what happened, but also to try and recapture that lost revenue, providing you still want that business from that client.